Hi everyone, I'm back with another video for you guys today, and I will be attempting the Spring Fling Tag, and I have been tagged by the beautiful lady Isabel by the Colors of Beauty by Elle, and let's see what my answers are to these tag questions, and all you have to do is just keep on watching. So I have all of the questions on my iPhone, and there are a total of 10 questions, and the first one is, what eye palette do you or will you use most this spring? So this is the holiday collection eyeshadow palette that my husband got me for Christmas last year, and there are a lot of beautiful shades as you can tell, and I like in particular this gold shade that has a lot of green undertones, but I don't think you can pick up on camera, and the other one that's called Truffle, which is right over here. It's such a beautiful finely milled eyeshadow that it's like a hint of purple, that's a lot of brown undertones to it, and it has a very sheer gold shimmer. And by the way, do give this video a thumbs up for this spring inspired background over here. It's just a dense rainforest that I see that has a little bit of water trickling down the screen. Question 2 is, what blush in your collection is a spring must have, and what about lipstick? Spring blush. And I don't know if you guys can tell from my videos, if you have been following me from day one, I am not really exactly a blush girl. I am all for lipsticks, but this is the color that I have on my cheeks today, and I really have been loving it from the time I've had it on. It gives me this fresh, healthy glow that I really dig a lot. So yeah, that's the blush palette. For lipstick, I think I most probably would be reaching out for my Revlon's Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain in Honey that looks like this, and this is such an easy everyday color, and it looks like a little bit of brown on my lips, but it has a little bit of a rosy undertone, and I really like it, and you don't need to even have a mirror while you're applying it because it's such an easy color. Most probably I do see myself reaching for this lip stain in particular for the whole of spring maybe. So what nail polishes do you love to wear in the spring? And I don't really like nail polishes because they wear off quite easily, and my nails tend to chip easily, and colors really don't stay that often long enough. So I have to pass on nail polish. I'm sorry guys. What is your signature spring scent? I don't have a signature spring scent to begin with, but I have recently been enjoying this flower by Kenzo that looks like this, and it is just as floral as it pretty much sounds like because it's this flower here, and I like it. I usually would just gravitate towards my one and only perfume that I really love a lot. Of recent times, I want to say for 2 years in a row, I have been using Very Irresistibly by Givenchy, but I think I want to switch up my scents a little bit more often this year, so I have been using this for the month of, I want to say from the beginning of March. What is your spring break agenda? We do have a vacation planned ahead somewhere in May. We're going to Penang just for 3 days. It's a very short trip, and we just want to make sure that we expose our little girl to a little bit of flight time and see how she responds to it, and from there maybe probably we might want to plan somewhere a little bit further depending on how she reacts to this trip. Me and my husband went to Penang for our honeymoons. I really like how it is culturally dense. That's where we have planned for our spring break agenda. Okay, question number 6 is, what trends are you looking forward to the most in terms of fashion, makeup, nail polish, and etc.? I do know that during spring and summer, colored eyeliners are in trend, and probably that's the only time that we don't look weird. So I would definitely go with colored eyeliner. Do you have a spring skincare must-have? And yes, I do, but it's an all-rounder for me, which is the Avintamo Spring Water that says spring over here, and how appropriate it is for spring indeed. So the next question is, what is spring like where you live? How do I answer that question? It gets really intensely hot, and then there's a shower, and then it gets hot, and then there's showers, and it gets hot again, and probably there are a couple of days where we see no rain at all, and then when it rains, there are places in Singapore where we actually experience floods. So not very exciting. Florals. You gotta have them or make them stop. It depends if they are in a kind of an abstract form, which I've noticed in runway shows, a lot of abstract flower details that's going on. But I am wearing a flower top, if you can see, if it shows up on camera. I have a blue rose over here, I have a yellow rose over here. It's a tricky tricky thing to meddle around with, but you can definitely experiment with them and see what looks best on you. Favorite thing or activity to do in the spring? I would say morning walks. That's when the day is beginning. There's a little bit of breeze going on in the air, and I like it when I'm walking from one place to another. I don't break out in a furious amount of sweat, which is gross and disgusting. I know, too much information. I would say morning walks with my little girl. That would be my favorite activity to do. So that marks the end of my Spring Fling Tag, and be sure to check out the Colors Up video by Spring Fling Tag, who tagged me in particular for this video, and I will link a channel down in the description bar below, and I tag all of you to do this tag as well, and just let me know in the comment section down below if you have attempted this tag, and I will be sure to check your video out. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to be subscribed, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye! Be sure to subscribe. So guys, that marks the end of my Spring Fling Tag. So guys, this is the end of my Spring Fling Tag, and I will be linking the Colors Up beauty. So question number 3 is, what nail polishes do you love to wear in the spring? And unfortunately, I am not really big into nail polish because my fingernails are rather really small, and this is already due for a little bit of a trim. I don't have a signature spring scent. Seriously? You want to mimic me? Is that what you're doing? I'm coming for you! We don't see snow, we do see a little bit of autumn. We see color changing in the... We do see a little bit of color changes in the leaves and trees. They do shed a lot. Shed?